Hi friends, good day and welcome to today on Princess Anu TV. Hope you're doing fine. And I came over to your screen, to answer a question that some of you have asked. How long did it take me to finish flight school? Some of you know that I started my journey right back in 2017, though I started this YouTube channel in 2018, but I think that's when I really started posting that much actually on the YouTube channel. But I started my journey in flight school 2017. So I'm going to be telling you like how long it basically took me, to go. But I feel even before you asking me how long did it take me to finish flight school, you're supposed to find out what is happening with me now. Like, how is this jump hunting going? Because in fact, I remember talking to one of my uh, senior colleagues like that has graduated, and I was like, I'm looking for a job now, and he was like, I know. I'm like, I don't get it. And he's like, of course, that's the next thing you do the moment you're done with flight school. So basically, just for you guys to know, job hunting has been that story for another day. But in case you're new here and you don't know me, my name is Princess Anu, yo, and I'm done with flight school. I've gotten my commercial pilot license and multi-engine rating with my instrument rating all together in 1 year, and it took me a while. Plus, the COVID holidays and holidays in general, like so every school always want to put like holidays. Of course, you have to freshen up and come back like very very much alive. So let's talk about this now. How long? I know you're already doing the calculation. 2017 to 2021, blah 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 and all. Yes, so I'm going to say it took me an average of 3 years and let's put it 3 years and 9 months. Let's just put it like that, 3 years and 9 months. And these 3 years and 9 months, just like I said before, included the COVID-19 holidays and general school holidays. That's when we had long break for like 1 month, when we had some long breaks in between, like for every year. There's this September summer holiday that school usually give, and they give it to us too. So it's different because I know that there are some other flight schools that do not give this kind of holidays, this kind of long holidays, especially all those flight schools that you do crash programs, that like all these CAE schools. Like there are a lot of schools in the US and the UK that they do a compressed program. They don't do a kind of training that you have to go for holidays just like we do in Nigeria. No. There are schools that don't do that like that. Like they do everything step by step till you're done. You don't go anywhere. Is that one fine? I think it's kind of good because you can plan your time. But this one of holidays sometimes is good because you have to freshen up, because it's not all the time like you have the opportunity to fly. It's not as if you're flying every single day. So sometimes you just have to come out of the flying environment, refreshing your mind, communicate with people, that kind of thing. Like look for the other side of life, like freshen up before you now come back to flying. So these two things, it just depends. Some schools want it like this, some schools want it this other way. So now let me talk about it. Do you think you will like the school, a flight school? I'm asking you this question. You can talk about it in the comment section. Will you like a flight school that gives you holidays, just like my own school gave us holidays and all that? And will you like a flight school that you just come, like do your flying and you go? Do you know that kind of a thing? It just depends. Let me know your option in the comment section. I would like to know, do you want to just do it once and for all and get it over with? And another thing is, in these 3 years and 9 months, we had the long break lockdown of about that was about 8 months. We were on lockdown, and so there was no flying, there was no outing. All of us know, in fact a lot of us experienced that, from like March of 2020 till about October no, there was no flying anywhere, no flying anywhere. So, you know, that period we're not flying. So remove it from the 3 years. You will not see that it's actually going to be lesser if peradventure that did not come up. Also, there was another mini lockdown that lasted for about 2 months, almost like 2 months. That was during when they said the second wave was about to start and all that. So, you know, now remove that 2 months also from the 3 years and 9 months. You can see that it's coming down to about 2 years. And so, what are these factors that actually delayed in the training? Like I've mentioned some factors already. Let me mention some other factors. Availability of aircraft. There were times when we didn't have serviceable aircraft. There were times when I didn't really face an issue where my instructor was not around. So that one I know I was favored with that aspect, that I didn't have to suffer unavailability of instructor for a long time. It was just in my multi-engine and instrument phase that I know that sometimes maybe my instructor was not available, and one way or the other somebody was still there to like cover up for him. So that's it concerning some things that can delay. Now, one other thing I want to add is, can you finish your flight school in 2 years or less? I'm going to say yes and also no, and I'm going to be giving you reasons why I'm saying yes and no, whether you can finish your flight training in a lesser time. If you go to flight school at a time when the weather is perfect, when everything is good and the school is up and doing, that's the school, they have aircrafts. Not only that they have aircraft, they have available instructors, because you know sometimes instructors are there but they are not available. Maybe they are out of medicals, or maybe they are sick, or maybe the instructor traveled for a course, all those things, because the way you're also trying to better your life, that's also the way they are also trying to better their lives. So you know, that kind of a thing, if the instructor is available and there's good weather and there's aircraft, trust me, you can finish your flight training in less than 2 years. You don't even need to say, oh, you're traveling to this, you're traveling to that to finish up. But most of the time in a place like Nigeria, sometimes you don't get to finish in less than 2 years. You can finish maybe 2 years or 2 years upward, but you don't get to finish in less than 2 years, because our weather in Nigeria is peculiar. And again, we don't change bases to fly. There are flight schools that I know that when I check about them, they change base. If, for instance, let me use some countries, some states in Nigeria, for example, if we are in Oyo State for now and weather is kind of bad, probably it's raining every day, things are not good, they can decide to move to Bauchi or move to Mina, maybe where they have better weather at that period, and fly, you know, changing bases in order to meet up deadlines. So, but they do these kind of things in some flight schools like outside Nigeria, but in Nigeria we rarely change bases. Like, okay, we are flying now in Lagos, weather is not good in Lagos, can we move to Zaria and fly so that we can cover up? I think if the schools kind of like implement all these things, changing of bases, thinking of what's best for the students, maybe when the weather is good, make sure they are in flight line. When the weather is bad, make sure they're in ground school. Just make sure they're always doing something. It will really help to like make flight training go fast. But I tell you, as long as people don't plan well, as long as maybe management and all that, they don't plan well, as long as people just, you know, enter anytime to fly school, trust me, it is going to be very difficult to finish in less than 2 years. Another thing about finishing flight school is just make sure you've planned your money, because another thing that delays people is about payment of the school fees. If you don't have your school fees complete and together, you see that you start at a certain point, you drop out, you know, all those things are things that if you plan them properly with the help of God and everything, you can boycott all those delays that come with flight training. But most importantly, this one is a very important factor that I must talk about that can delay you from finishing flight school, is yourself. As at the time I graduated, there are people that graduated before me, even in my class, and there are people that are still going to graduate after me in my class. This has to do with how fast you are and how fast your instructor too is with you. And how fast your instructor is with you, it depends on your response to him. If he feels that you are good, like you are grabbing fast whatever he's teaching, he's going to keep pouring and making sure he's moving you forward. But if he feels that you are very slow, if he feels that you are not grabbing even the little he's pouring on your table, he can forget you and go and focus on another student. So I think that another thing that can fast track your finishing in school. It's you being up and doing on your game, seriously, especially in Nigeria. And I'm talking about Nigerian schools. I really don't know how it happens like outside Nigeria, but concerning Nigerian flight schools, please, you have to be up and doing. You need to always be in class, you need to always be in the flight line, you need to always put in your best. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. If you don't put in your best, you get nothing. Okay, I think I've talked a lot and a lot and a lot and a lot for this video. So I want to just leave it right here. Keep asking your questions. I'll try as much as possible to know, talk about them, and just gist with you as much as I can and update you on how it's going. Like I said, the job hunting. Anyways, we'll leave that for another video. And pray for me, wish me the best, so that I can keep bringing you sweet content, like the kind of content it. So guys, until we meet next time on the same channel, keep watching PrincessAnuTv. Don't forget, stay safe, be fine, be happy, live your best life. That's what I'm always trying to do, no matter what's going on around me. Just trying to live my best life, trying to put in my best in whatever I'm doing, because that's what matters. Seriously, that's what matters. Every other thing can come later, but this is what matters. So guys, till I catch you next time.